biochemistry students, let's do a limiting reactant problem. Uh, and we're doing this in reference to our Unit 7 test. Okay, so up here on the board, I have a problem that you will see in your problem set for Unit 7 test review. And it's the first one for that one. So for limiting reactants. Okay, so the problem reads 180 grams of iron 3 oxide reacts with 110 grams of carbon monoxide. And we want to know how much iron, what's the mass of iron produced. Okay, and then we'll determine the limiting reactant. So we have two masses of two reactants. Now the balanced chemical equation, we know that we have iron oxide with carbon monoxide and produces iron and carbon dioxide. So our balanced equation then is 3 carbon monoxides and then 2 irons and 3 carbon dioxides. We can check that real quick. 2 irons, 3 carbons, 3 carbons. We've got a total of 6 oxygens and total of 6 oxygens, so we're good there. Now, I've already done the molar masses here, and what we're looking at here is 2 irons, so 2 times the atomic mass of iron, and 3 oxygens, same thing here, add those together. And then the molar mass of carbon monoxide is these values, the atomic mass of carbon plus atomic mass of oxygen, and then the atomic mass, or the molar mass of iron, is just the atomic mass of iron. Okay, so there's 2 problems to solve. So we start with 180 grams of the iron oxide, iron 3 oxide. And so we're going to do our mole ratio. And so the molar mass is 159.67 grams of the iron 2 oxide. And we're going to do the mole ratio of the iron oxide here to just plain iron. So there's 1 mole here of iron oxide to 2 moles of iron. Okay, and then our mole ratio to the molar mass of iron is 55.85. Okay, now we can always check our units, so it looks like we're canceling out fine as a double check. And then as we solve the problem, turns out it's 125.92 grams of iron. So that's the first problem of the 2 problems that you have to do in a limiting reactant problem. So let's do the second. See which one yields the least amount, and that determines the limiting reactant. So we have 110 grams of carbon monoxide. In 1 mole of carbon monoxide, we have 28 grams. Our mole ratio of carbon monoxide, there's 3 carbon monoxides. And there's 2 moles of iron. And then our molar mass of iron is the same, which is 55.85. And when we work all of that out, it turns out to be 146.27 grams of iron. So that then determines the least amount would be the iron oxide. So our limiting reactant here is the one that produces the least amount. So the limiting reactant in this case is iron oxide. Okay, so that's a review of limiting reactants.